So, welcome to our videocast from Telekom Global Business. I'm super happy and super excited to have Conrad Riedesel today with me here.
Pleasure.
Conrad is our Vice President for Telekom Global Business, so a real global citizen. As far as I remember, you have just been back from the United States of America.
Correct.
Was the Gartner Symposium in Florida. And I'm going to ask a question to that one a little bit later. But before coming to that one, just the topic of today. And the topic of today is something every one of us experiences, basically, when not being at home in the mobile work area. It's when you get with your device into your office building. So typically, you immediately have the access to the wireless LAN in this office building. And no one of us is like, yeah, so that's incredible. It's just working. And it's correct, because someone is managing this service so that it happens like that. And it might be easy when you are just in one country, when you're just in one location. But imagine being in many locations in one country, not just speaking about office buildings, but also speaking about manufacturing areas. And even further, if you think on a global scale, so trying to make this corporate LAN and wireless LAN available for each and everyone who's traveling around, no matter in which office building or manufacturing area this person is. I think you understand this is super complex. Making it fast, making it secure, taking care of all the hardware if it comes to end of life, so to exchange all of those hardware. And this is exactly the topic we want to speak about today. It's called Managed LAN Services on global scale. And there are some changes within the product portfolio of Telekom Global Business. And Conrad is here to answer some questions on this topic. But let's wait a minute until we start with that one. Back to the topic, Florida, Gartner Symposium. Is it that they are only speaking about artificial intelligence there, or also other topics?
Well, as you know, Gartner, they have a very broad spectrum of their research areas. I was traveling there to meet some very important customers, but beside those meetings, I had the chance to sneak in one or the other presentation, discussion, roundtable discussions. And so next to, let's say, the topic AI, we discussed SASE, so everything about security in global networks. I think this was one of the main topics around security and global networking. And for sure, those topics have AI those days, but also AI in particular was a topic as well.
It was. And how is that when you are on the road, let me say it like that, so and you're visiting our Deutsche Telekom subsidiaries, and I mean they are spread all over the world. I think we are present in more than 50 countries on global scale as Deutsche Telekom, and serving in I think 120 countries or whatever. So a real global company. But when you are coming to our facilities, is it that easy with your mobile device, with your notebook, whatever? You get into the office building and then you are immediately connected to the wireless LAN services there?
I mean, we all know that those kind of technologies are tricky. Yeah, and I would lie if I would say in each and every location it's seamless. Mm-hmm. But as we have a global managed LAN and a global managed internal LAN, when I start up my laptop, yeah, it automatically connects because it recognizes me as one user of that company.
I see. And I think those are the best services. We are using them every day, but we don't think about the complexity which lies behind that. It's just working, and we just take it for granted. It's just working. But we both know how complex all the things are behind that. But good. But it works.
I mean, if it doesn't work, you realize that there is something behind it. Normally, you just anticipate it works, and it does.
Yeah, good. And then on AI, I have a story there. Would it be okay that I share that one? Because I love it on those LAN services, and it's like there's a good story out there. It's you have different vendors basically from hardware perspective, what you can use then for this LAN and wireless LAN services. And there's one particular, it's Juniper, and they have a product which is called Mist Marvis. And I like the story behind that because it's like Marvis is the name of the artificial intelligence. And the story is, yeah, it's, let's say, derived from the name Jarvis, and Jarvis.
Iron Man.
Exactly. So this is I like the story. I don't know if it's true or not, but also the value beside the story out of the service is, if somebody asks me, then I say, yeah, in the past it was like we were speaking over the line, so not because of the technology, and now you're basically speaking with the line, you're speaking with your LAN, so there is an artificial intelligence in it, and if there is something working not correctly, then this artificial intelligence just extract the reason out of all the data, so you don't have to go through the whole value chain. It's just like, you better look there. For me, it's amazing. So that the artificial intelligence is finding its way into each and every technology and every part of our life. It's wow.
But I mean, it will become a must-have because we have all over the world shortages of experts, of engineers. Yeah, so we can't even cope with the challenges ahead.
Yeah,
and so those technologies will help us to stay, mature enough to cope with those challenges in our networks.
Absolutely. I mean, this is like, I think we could speak now for hours on artificial intelligence and the developments there. It's so fascinating thinking about, call it not just only, I mean, we all use ChatGPT and those things, but then thinking about agents, but then also multi-agent systems and all the technologies which are going to help that those agents can speak with each other. So like MVP and A2A, all those new protocols and standards, it's like new employees. I mean, they are really new employees, and we as leaders have to learn on how to steer teams which consist out of humans, people, and also those artificial intelligence agents, because also those agents have their strengths and weaknesses. So it's like, wow, the world is changing. It's
absolutely.
But that's a topic for next.
Yeah, that's for the next.
Yeah.
Next talk.
Well, to make it more exciting here, I have prepared a card deck with 10 cards, 10 questions, and so to make it, as I said, a little bit more exciting, you just can drag a card, and then there's a question. And then I would love if you could answer it, but I'm going to read it to you anyway. So, but you take the cards.
The question: if I like tea or coffee, or what's going to happen?
Maybe
now?
I don't know. Let's see.
Let's see. I'm start in the middle.
Okay, which number?
It's number 7.
Number 7. What do customers say when they first use MLAN?
Well, short answer. Mostly they say, "I should have done this earlier." So yeah, why didn't I use this kind of technology? And I mean, this comes back to what I just said. We have a shortage of skills. Yeah, we will see a shortage all over the world. Mm-hmm. And so you have to manage your network from maybe one location, but globally. You can't afford, this is another cost pressure topic, to have in each and every location a system engineer. Yeah, and so if you have a managed environment, which you can steer from remote, this helps you a lot in a lot of dimensions. Yeah, I wouldn't go too deep now and explain all the dimension of managed LAN technology. But so to be short, you told me before we started here I should be short in my answers. So they overall sum it up. The reaction is we should have done this earlier.
Yeah, that's a short answer, and there is so much value in it. Correct. Yeah. Everyone who understands the complexity is like, this gives freedom in business life, I want to call it. Thank you. That was number 7. Huh? So I just put it away. Then again the card deck. Next question.
Number 8.
Number 8. What makes MLAN truly unique?
Well, from a technological point of view, I wouldn't say there's so much uniqueness or new things, because LAN networks have been there for years. Mm-hmm. But what makes a managed solution unique, that we are able to integrate, not we only, I mean those managed solutions are able to integrate the as-is situation, heterogeneous technologies on a central platform. Yeah, so different vendors, different environments can be integrated on a central platform.
That's quite interesting. So what you're basically saying is, imagine I'm a company, and I'm just in in the process of mergers and acquisitions. So I'm going to acquire, or I have acquired a company, and for sure they have different technology in their LAN services than I have in my LAN services. But with your solution, it would be no problem to just basically take all the routers and technology into your management system and manage it then for the future with this MLAN.
Yeah.
That's
We take over the legacy,
wow.
and yes, there will be improvements, consolidations to make it even better as the as-is situation, but we can take over different solutions, different vendors.
Yeah. There's this single, how's it called, single pane of glass or whatever. So that's cool. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Next one. Oh,
almost like playing cards here.
Which one?
Well, number 9.
Oh, number 9.
And I think it relates, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Let me see. Oh, how important is monitoring with those, call it monitoring tools for operations?
Well, there are 2 ways of answering such a question. Yeah, when you talk about tools, now I could become very technical. Even I'm a sales guy, not a technician or not an engineer. But over the time working in that environment, you pick up some of that technical talk. But I'm not going to talk about AI ops and all that stuff now. Rather focusing on the management part. And we bring together all the different solutions which we just had on number 8 on one central platform. And that allows you, as I said earlier, from one location remotely, globally, to steer your whole network. So if your people in Mexico have an issue, even you as an engineer traveling to Asia right now, you could solve this problem because you have a central management platform. We call this observability platforms. There are a couple of leading vendors which we have in our portfolio, and they really bring together all the data. They kind of draw the data out of the big lake and bring it on one really short dashboard.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's actually key. I've also seen that once working like, and again everywhere is AI, and also in those tools, and where then this intelligence somehow calculated a kind of probability of an increasing risk that there might be an outage in this or that location. This is also for me like, wow, so interesting.
To make it more tangible, I was kind of describing the legacy way, saying they experience a problem. Yeah. I would say if you have those modern observability platforms or modern network solutions, 95% of the issues will be determined by the system, by the AI agent before they come to life, before you feel them as the human user, and they will be shown up on those dashboards, and then you immediately can send help or do something about it.
So cool. Then more uptime for my core business, I would like to say, if I'd be the owner of a company. Yeah, super. Thank you. Next one.
Number 3.
What's the most common pain point MLAN solves?
Well, we already discussed this. It solved the problem that if you don't have the managed environment, you have scattered heterogeneous networks in different locations, and we don't need to go global. Yeah, if you're only in Europe, already, or in Germany, it's different locations. You have maybe one vendor here, one vendor there. And so this heterogeneous environment, this legacy, which has grown, you talked about M&A. If you acquire a new company, yes, you want to bring them all in one mode of operation, but with the managed solution we are offering, you can bring them immediately in one managed solution on a central platform.
Very good. I like that approach. It's exactly as you say. And I'm actually having this kind of also, let's say, sales background, but also technical background. And we all know that when we are trying to work with a new router or whatever and to install it, the core is the same, but each and every technology has its own user interface. And the more you have, the more complex it is for the IT department to work with it. So the more homogeneous it gets, the more effective, the more efficient you get. Very good. Next one, Conrad.
Still waiting for the T question. Number 5.
Number 5. What gets easier for the IT team with MLAN?
Less tools to manage. Yeah, we were talking about the different environments. Yeah, if I have to have a dashboard for every vendor, for every solution, for maybe every part of the company, different divisions. Yeah, with managed LAN solution, you have one dashboard, one solution.
Magic.
It was a fast one.
Yeah.
So now we have number 4.
How would you pitch MLAN? Imagine I'm a CIO. How would you pitch MLAN to a CIO in one sentence?
Okay, the elevator pitch, yeah. You will have one secure solution with a dashboard to manage all your devices in all your locations.
I'm going to buy it. Next one.
Well, it's quite complex solution behind those easy words, so yeah. I hope it's a 60-store building, so I can add a couple of more sentences in this elevator pitch.
I know that's exactly. It's super complex, and you need a as a provider, being a service provider, you need a global organization, a global delivery, a global team to make this kind of service as smooth as it is for clients. So smaller vendors typically are not able to do that. So yeah, this is then the advantage of such a huge company like Deutsche Telekom.
Coming to an end here.
It doesn't matter.
Number 6.
Yep, number 6. Give me. Number 6. Wow, short questions. 3 words to describe MLAN.
3 words. Transparent, unified, scalable. Can I add a number 4? Secure. Or security.
Yeah, most important. Yeah. Super. Number 4.
Underlying principle anyway, but it's important.
But secure, unified, you said transparent, scalable, everything. Perfect. Thanks. Then, 2 left.
Take the one in the middle. Number 1.
Number 1. What's the biggest aha moment with MLAN?
Well, especially, I mean, we have some of our customers, they have a high maturity, have the best experts, and so if you introduce new things to them, they already kind of know them out of the industry, and so the aha moments get smaller. But sometimes you meet global players, and they have billions of revenue, but only 15 people managing their IT. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't imagine, but I know them. And so they are also very intelligent, but just because of the size and the number of people, they are not able to deep dive in all of those different technologies. Mm-hmm. And so I had the example that we discussed the solution, and even it's so simple, or it sounds so simple, but the aha moment was, now I have it all in one dashboard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, compared to I had to call the engineer A, I had a dashboard for solution B and a different solution for solution C. So even it's kind of simple to think about it, for them it was a really aha moment to have one dashboard, everything covered in one solution.
Oh, wow, cool. Okay, got it. And then, actually, that's the last question.
Number 2.
Yeah, you could choose one. So there was nothing to select anymore. That was basically the information I wanted to give. No, there's one left here. But number 2. Why is MLAN especially valuable for international customers?
Well, maybe a little bit to repeat what we have discussed already, because it comes back to different locations scattered around the globe. Mm-hmm. Which make it more complex if you have to combine those solutions and to manage them. Yeah, if you have a factory in US, Asia, and Turkey, mm-hmm. you can't just go there and check the routers. Yeah, so you have to have a reliable management solution to to be able to steer them from wherever the IT department is located, if it's a central organization. And so why is it even good for global? But as said, you can't drive to Hamburg and be in Zurich the same day, really on a working basis. Yeah. So at the end, it's even in smaller environments, but globally, you have to have a global management system.
Good, very good, got it. So then this is the last question. I took it out because it's number 10. Last question to you. It's where should people go next if they want to learn more?
Well, you mentioned it in the beginning. We are operating in almost 50 countries, serving over 120 countries on the globe. So in all regions, we have people on the ground you can go to. Yeah, you can go to Deutsche Telekom, to our website, and ask for support. Yeah, we have the technical engineers to design the solution. We have the sales engineers, salespeople to discuss and find out what is your need. Yeah, because we won't come and say this is the solution. Yeah, we have a kind of a scalable or solution which you can adapt to the specific needs. Yeah, because every situation is a little bit unique. Yeah. And so we bring different products and then we build the final solution for the customer. We have the experts for this. Call me, send me a message. I will have the right people for you wherever you are.
Ah, perfect. And maybe to make it even more tangible, I mean, you are, as I mentioned, you are a global citizen, so there will be the next destinations where you are going to travel to, and maybe people in those countries have the chance to meet you then in person there. What's next on your travel agenda?
Well, the sales here is coming to an end. Yeah, so still some important meetings around Europe to do, and the next let's say longer trip will be to Seattle in US. Cool. Yeah, so drop me a note. Yeah, on LinkedIn, wherever, and maybe we can meet.
Perfect. So then, Conrad, I know you are very busy. Thank you very much for your time.
Great pleasure, Thomas.
Being here in this interview, podcast, videocast, and hopefully we will find more time in the future and to have more of those fantastic interviews. Thank you so much, Conrad.
I mean, looking forward to the AI discussion.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thomas.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.